This is a sign of a major good news in terms of UK visas and immigration. Guess what, guys? This news I'll be sharing with you is a very positive one for migrants and is also a good omen regarding UK visas and immigration in 2025. The Advisory Committee has published an evidence-based report and they've urged the government to consider relaxing most of the strict measures that is already in place to call down net migration. The most beautiful part of this report is that it favors migrants. I'm full of smiles right now and I'm so excited to share this with you. So stick with me to the end of this video so that you can get the full details. It's absolutely a pleasure having you tune in to watch this update on my YouTube channel. I believe that God has ordered your step here. So please consider joining my lovely YouTube community where I share a lot on immigration and visa sponsorship job that can help you or anyone you know settle in the UK. It's pretty much easy to join my YouTube community. All you need to do is to tap on that subscribe button. Subscription is free. Most importantly, I remember smiling when I actually got a notification regarding it. I was like, wow, this is good. The headline read that migrant workers has proven to have contributed even 20 times more than an averagely born UK citizens. This is not what we are saying. This is what they have done their research and they found that indeed migrant workers are contributing a lot on the UK economy. Also, they have published a detailed report on this. So you understand who the MAC are. The MAC, MAC, stands for Migratory Advisory Committee. This is an independent body that advises the UK government on matters relating to immigration. Most of the changes that came across within the course of the year was because the Migratory Advisory Committee did their research and they advised the government, and usually the government sticks to their advice because their research and their underground finding is actually detailed and most of them are research based. They always have evidence to show for what they are talking about. Now, they have published a very favorable report on migrants. As usual, I'm going to be showing you this update from the direct source. It's on Govt.uk website, but I'm going to be giving you a report from the Guardian because they've filtered out and they've given you the specific details you need to know about it. I'm going to be reading through it and I'm going to put it on the screen as well so that you can see it for yourself. So it's saying training up workers may not bring down net migration. This is what they are warning Keir Starmer. Keir Starmer is a new UK Prime Minister. Remember when they came into office? One of those things they focused on that they want to cut net migration. They were retaining all the laws that was put in place by the previous government, and they also mentioned that they are going to focus on the domestic workforce. They are going to focus on building people in UK. Now, that's the reason why sometimes jobs have been scarce recently, because they want to give those job opportunities to residents in the UK first. And it's only like what the rule said, that it's only when they don't really see people to fit in that role, they will now outsource to the international communities. So that's one of the reasons why job has been scarce. So they were focusing more on building domestic workforce. Apparently, the Migratory Advisory Committee are kicking against this and they are warning Keir Starmer now. They are sending a report to him to say, this may not work and these are their reasons. Skilled workers overseas contribute 20 times more than UK-born adults, why some shortages may be due to pay and conditions, says advisors. So they're actually saying that skilled workers, they contribute 20 times more than an average born UK adult. And come to think of it, as a skilled worker, you come here, like for me, I'm a skilled worker in UK at this time, I'm not entitled to public fund. When they give me my pay slip each month, I see how much I contribute to tax and national insurance. Those things, how many times do I go to hospital? I rarely fall sick, and this is the testimony of many other people, because most migrant workers are the younger population and they require less of healthcare. It's just few of them that frequent hospital. Most times they don't even go when they are sick. Reading further, Keir Starmer's plan to bring down net migration by improving domestic training and skill is not guaranteed to work. This is what they are saying. They are saying they are not even bending it. They are saying it as it is, that it's not guaranteed to work at all. The government independent advisor has concluded. They have done their research and they have made their conclusion. And these same people that I explained to you earlier, the MAC, also said that the average migrant who comes to the UK on a skilled worker visa contributes 20 times more than an average UK-born adults. An annual report from the body released on Tuesday challenges one of the main tenets of Labour's plan to reduce net migration, which increased to 906,000 in the year ending June 2023. Can you actually see the number? The number is actually high, but it's just that their approach is not the best. So Starmer said in July that he wanted to cut demand for overseas workers by strongly linking training with migration policies. Yeah, he actually said that. I made a video on it, still on my YouTube channel. We won't be content just to pull the easy lever of importing skills. We are turning the page on that, the Prime Minister said. So that was his major plan. And now look at what they are saying. The report said that the committee has discussed the government's intention to link work, immigration, and skills policy. Now, linking immigration and skills policy is not a one-size-fits-all approach. They are very confused. They have actually done their research. Now, look at the time. They brought this report in December. This was said in July. So, July, August, September, October, November, they've been on this thing. And they have their evidence to say, see, this thing is not going to work. And that's the reason why they are telling the Prime Minister now. Now, look at what they said further. They said it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. And it's important to consider the individual circumstances within sectors and occupations, including diagnosing whether shortages are genuinely driven by lack of skills or because of poor pay and condition, the committee said. Because sometimes the shortages is because of what? Poor pay. It's not like those skills are not available. And let's give an instance now. The UK government, within the course of the year, they increased the salary threshold. They increased the salary. That's the minimum salary you need to earn to be qualified for what? A skilled worker visa. There were exclusions. The teachers were excluded. Those in the health sector were still excluded, like care workers. They were excluded from this. The nurses were excluded from this. But most other occupations were affected by this, that you have to get up to this salary threshold. So the reason why some of those sectors were short is not really because there were no skills. It's just because the salary of most of the jobs they were applying for did not meet the salary requirement. So that's what these people are trying to state, that is because of poor pay. So if employers, let's say they are paying a data and they increase the money they are paying data analysis, and many of the jobs out there, they will get skills. They will get people that will be able to apply for it and qualify for that salary threshold. Now, increasing the level of skills in domestic labor pool is a worthwhile policy in its own right, but does not guarantee a substantial reduction on reliance in the immigration system, which is true. I've been in the UK for closely 3 years now, and it's ridiculous to know how reluctant some of the domestic workforce can be. Most of them are not even willing to push. They're not willing to get trained. Some of them will not even take the training seriously. And you say you want to depend on that to curb net migration. It's good that this Migratory Advisory Committee are actually calling the attention of the Prime Minister on this. Reading further, this committee has advised the government on shortage of skilled labor. And they said that skilled workers from overseas has a positive net fiscal impact of 16,300. Can you see? 16,300 pounds. Why the average UK-born adults had a positive net fiscal impact of 800 pounds. The difference is massive. I just want to be nice. If not, I would say the difference is embarrassing. It is in 2022/2023. Now, the significantly higher net migration for skilled workers compared to UK-born adults reflect both the combination of higher incomes for the group, leading to higher tax revenue and reduced expenditure in part due to the rules of no recourse to public funds. Now, these people are very smart. What they are saying is totally true. For me, most of my age group that were born here do not earn as much as I do. It's not like I'm speculating. I've received reports. There are times when they tell me, these people of your age, where you know how UK can be, everything is linked. You just get this email in one of those credit things that they will tell you that you are doing well. People of your age rate does not have this credit score. People of your age rate do not contribute this much to national insurance and the likes. Because of what? They are UK-born adults. And migrants are contributing more and they are not entitled to public funds. But the UK-born adults are entitled to all the claims and they are contributing less. So this is the logic that the Migratory Advisory Committee are trying to paint. Skilled workers also tend to be younger than the UK population. They actually said all that is in my mind as a whole, resulting in lower health costs compared to the UK average. That's true. Most recruits are just within their prime. So they come here, they work. Some people work 60 hours, some work 42, some work minimally in NHS 37.5. So you work a lot and you contribute a lot of tax as well. So that's what they are saying, that you don't even need healthcare. How many of them? It's usually the older population that have many health conditions, which we depend on the NHS to provide parts, to provide medicines, to provide. Or how many of us are depending on NHS for anything? I can't remember the last time I really visited the hospital to say that I wasn't feeling fine, and that's the case of many other migrants as well. Now, Starmer's government has pledged to bring down net migration, the number of people moving to the UK minus the number of people leaving the country, which has been at the forefront of immigration debate in the UK. Now, the government has asked the committee to monitor key sectors where the skill shortages had led to surges in international recruitment and provide a yearly assessment to ministers to inform policy decision making. So this is what they tasked, like when Keir Starmer came into office and his Home Secretary, Yvette Cooper, this was the task they gave to the Migratory Advisory Committee. They also reiterated this in the immigration statement they published in September 2024. They also said that the Migratory Advisory Committee should carry on with this underground research and take a look at the beautiful report they've brought out now. Now, rules around visa sponsorship of migrant workers will also be strengthened so that action can be taken against employers who flaunt employment laws. This is still on ground, and it's also a good news for care worker visas. They've put things on ground that you dare not bring somebody from their country to do a care job and you don't give them shifts. You are liable to that. So they've put lots of laws down that can protect you as an employee in the UK. So they are strengthening this, which they got the thumbs up for. Professor Brian Bell, the chairman of the committee, said, "We know that the recent figures have shown net migration failing. This has been driven both by government policy change and by other factors, such as the impact of enhanced enforcement of the genuine vacancy test in the care sector." Now, while we are expecting net migration to fall further, we would caution the government against linking immigration and skills policy as one-size-fits-all approach to bring down net migration, and encourage them to consider individual circumstances within sectors. Frankly, I think they should actually consider this. There are some sectors that they still need a lot of overseas applicants. It's not all sectors, but there are some sectors that people here do not really have all the skills needed. Frankly speaking, education back home is really taken with seriousness, more seriousness than most people here. Most people here, they just believe, I'm going to do a skill, I'm going to do a training, and it works for them. But I remember where I'm coming from. You do your BSc, you do your masters. If you are at my age and you've not done your BSc, people will be asking you, are you not going to school? But here, how many persons bother you about that? So really, there are some skills shortages that can't be totally filled by those in the UK. So they still require overseas recruitment. Now, finally, they said this report develops a methodology for understanding the fiscal impact of migrants on the skilled worker visa, an important metric for understanding whether a route enhances the welfare of the resident population. Now, in the long run, if they decide to shun international recruitment, it will definitely impact the UK economy greatly. Now, cutting down on students bringing dependents only made them close down some universities, because foreigners were the major applicants. They were the ones that could pay the bills, pay IHS and the likes, and when they told them not to bring their family, that was a closed door already, and they were downsizing on both lecturers and many things and closing down institutions. They also told care workers not to bring dependents, and that has discouraged many people from applying to the UK. Now, talking about, that's why they are warning them, be careful, otherwise it's going to impact strongly on the economy. And mind you, some people in UK are already looking for ways to move to Australia, to US and other countries where the pasture is greener. So I was really pleased by this report, because it's a very honest report and it is what it is. If you live in the United Kingdom, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't live in the United Kingdom, believe me, because this report is real. These statements that they've published were actually researched on, and it is what we are experiencing. I really hope that Keir Starmer and his team listen to this. Guess what, guys? We are hoping for a positive response to this, and any of the rules that get relaxed, I'll definitely update you on this channel. If you are not subscribed yet, that's the reason why you should tap on that subscribe button. It's free. And turn on your notification bell so that you can be notified when rules get relaxed. So there are many benefits why relocation abroad is good. If it's something you are convinced to do, it's not something, definitely you may miss home. I do miss home, but there's so much you can contribute. You can have more network. You have the opportunity to improve your life and that of your loved ones. So please, it's still worth waiting. It's still worth applying for. And please watch out for updates like this so that you can stay informed. So that when a new pathway is opened, because one of those things they've asked them to do is to consider each sector. So sectors that require international recruitment, I'm suspecting that they will just fling it open to them without putting the ban which is currently on. So they may lift up that ban of saying if you recruit from overseas, you are going to pay this fine. They may give that room specifically for those who require overseas skilled workers to fill in shortages gaps to do so. Please guys, watch out for such opportunities. As much as I can, I will keep uploading job opportunities you need to apply for. And please do yourself that favor of sharing with a loved one. If you feel you have a job, share with your loved one who needs, and they'll be grateful you did. Thank you again for watching this video to the end. I can't thank you enough for your continuous love and support. Don't forget to share this video to a loved one. I'll see you in my next one. For the meantime, stay blessed. Bye.